Hi, and welcome to the Wayne County Probate Court. This video will guide you in filling out Form PC 663, which is a report by the guardian on the condition of an individual with a developmental disability. Before we get started, this video is not legal advice. It's for informational purposes only, and if you have legal questions or questions specific to your situation, you need to seek legal advice. So let's retrieve the form from the Wayne County Probate Court website, which is www.wcpc.us. And here is the home page. In the middle, you'll see probate information. Click on that link. On the left, you'll see how to administer a Wayne County probate case. Then you'll see the various case types: conservatorship, decedent estate, guardianship. This relates to a guardianship. You'll see a link that is for training for newly appointed guardians. Click that link. Then we're going to search for the form, PC 663, and you'll see a reference to it on page 3 of the fiduciary training. And if you just do an internet search, you'll see one of the first links that comes up is the form itself. You want to check to make sure it's the Michigan Supreme Court's website, which is www.courts.michigan.gov. Once you confirm that, you can click on the link, and it brings up the form, which you can begin to fill out right on your computer. And I will walk you through it now. So in the county, you'll put Wayne. In the case number, you'll need to reference your case number and put it in the top here. And then at the bottom is the judge's name. Again, your court paperwork will have the judge's name. The court address you can fill out on the website. Same with the court phone number you can use on the website. Then you'll fill in the name of the person who has the developmental disability right here. Then number 1, it says I. You'll put your name, assuming that you are the guardian. Otherwise, you'll put the guardian's name. And the guardian of the individual named above, which is here. And a report for the period. You'll put the date that the period began and the date it ended. So, for example, it might be July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2023 would be an example. The present age of the individual, you'll insert here in number 2. Number 3, the current address and telephone number of the individual are. You'll put the current address and telephone number of the developmentally disabled person. And then you'll want to check this box here if it's a new address. Number 4, the individual's present living arrangement is. You'll check the appropriate box. And if it's a relative's home, you'll put the relationship of the relative to the developmentally disabled person. Or under other, you'll describe the other living arrangement. Number 5, the individual has been in the present residence since. You'll put the date. Descriptions of addresses of every residence where the individual has lived during this reporting period, and the length of stay at each residence are as follows. So if they've lived in multiple locations over the reporting period of stated in 1, you're going to enter that information here in 5. Number 6, I rate the individual's present living arrangement as excellent, average, or below. Check the appropriate box. If it's below average, please explain in the space provided. If there's not enough space, you can write on another page and then reference that page here and include it with the filing. Number 7, I believe the individual is content with the living situation or unhappy with the living situation. I recommend a more suitable residence as follows and describe for number 7. So check the appropriate box. Number 8, the individual's mental condition has, check the appropriate box, remained the same, improved, deteriorated. If there are changes from the previous reporting period, explain. Number 9, the individual's physical health has remained about the same, improved, or deteriorated. Check the appropriate box, and if there's a change, explain. Then at the bottom of the form on the left here, you'll see references to a statute, MCL 330.1631 and MCR 5.409A. You'll want to read these statutory references and court rule references, and you can simply search the statute referenced. And when you do that, most often the first link is the actual statutory code, but you want to check the website at www.legislature.mi.gov. If that is the link that if that's the website the link is provided to, then you may click on it and you'll see it brings up the relevant statute, which you should read to help guide you on this form. Similarly, there's a court rule, and if you do an internet search for that court rule, the Michigan Supreme Court website will be one of the first options, and you'll see it's www.courts.michigan.gov. If you click on that, it brings up the court rules, and then this one was 5.4, so we'll expand that. 5.409 was the actual specific reference, and there it is. Now you can read it. So anytime you see a reference on these forms, look up the statute and the court rules and read them to make sure you are doing things correctly. Moving on to page 2, number 10, the individual's social condition has remained about the same, improved, or deteriorated. If there is a change, please explain. Be specific with your explanations on all of these forms. Number 11, the individual has received the following services. You'll type in or check the appropriate box and then describe. Again, be specific. Number 12, my visits with and activities on behalf of the individual were. You'll explain if you took any actions on behalf of the individual or explain your visits with them. 13, I believe the individual has the following needs. You're going to be specific and type in any needs that they might need. I have number 14. I have the following questions concerning the individual or my responsibilities. This is your chance to write down questions that you may have relating to your duties. 15. Other information requested by the court or necessary in the opinion of the guardian is as follows. If you have information you would like to share that's not provided for on the form, include it here in 15. Number 16, the guardianship should or should not be continued because. Explain why if it should and why not if it should not be continued in the box here. 17, I am or am not, check the appropriate box, willing to continue to serve as guardian. So if you don't want to serve anymore, you can file Form PC 677, a petition to terminate or modify the guardianship. 18, if this is appropriate, check the box. As guardian, I have been ordered by the court to file an account, which is attached. If that's not applicable, then don't check the box for 18. Then 19, you can put any additional comments. Finally, you want a date, sign as the guardian, address, city, state, zip, and telephone number. If it's a new address, check this box here. If not, do not check it. If there's a co-guardian, they'll date and sign as well. If there's not a co-guardian, that will be left blank. Then finally, page 3, there is a statement by the standby guardian. It says, I am the appointed standby guardian, and I am willing to continue to serve in the event of guardian dies, becomes unable to serve, or resigns from the guardianship. If this is applicable, fill out the date, address, signatures, city, state, zip, and telephone number. And that is how you complete the form. Hopefully this was helpful. We put this together at the Wayne County Probate Court because we care. Have a great day.